Hey, what's up? It's your boy Joey My Deck, and thanks for tuning in to Thirsty Words. But before we get started, do me a favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, do me a favor and check out some of my old videos. Leave a comment, yo. Positive, negative, I don't care what they are. If you like the show, if you don't like the show, if you think the shit is trash, leave your fucking opinion, because it's time to get rid of all this censorship, man. We need to get back to the early 2000s, the mid 2000s, when the internet was wide open and you could talk that shit. And we get rid of all this censorship and get rid of all these sweet lollipop ass motherfuckers, man. All y'all emotional crab ass crybaby motherfuckers. It's time to get rid of all y'all, yo. You know what I mean? So leave your opinion. I don't care what it is. Also, if you get a chance, look at me up on social media. It's at Thirsty Words, at THIRSTYWORDS. That's plural for all y'all motherfuckers that can't spell. And if you feel like looking at my personal page, I know a couple shorties out there be thinking, you know, I'm cute and shit. You know, look at my personal page. It's at Joey My Decker. I'm not going to spell that. You can fucking find me. So let's get into it. So have y'all been paying attention to the epic Kanye West crash out? Yo, this isn't a Kanye West crash out. This is a Kanye West crash out on an epic proportion. I'm telling you, this shit is epic. This shit is so epic. I bought receipts. So I guess him, when they got their divorce, they had an agreement that he was going to copyright their children's names until they became 18, right? So I guess Kanye has said, because, you know, Kanye probably had copyright problems, and people don't understand this. When you sign a rap deal, the record label copyrights your name automatically. They copyright it for trademark, so they could put your name on t-shirts and sell that shit. So I'm sure Kanye had copyright issues, you know what I mean? I don't know if Rockefeller off the jump gave him his copyright issues. Now, let's say Kevin Gates had this big problem. When he was going to sign with Young Money, he was going to sign, boom, boom, boom. They trademarked his name. He looks at the deal. I don't think I'm going to sign this deal. It ain't for me. I think I can get a better deal. They wouldn't give him a better deal. He was like, yo, I can't sign this deal. He bounced. He realizes they trademarked his name. He raps about it. He had to give them $1 million to get his name back. So Kanye West, knowing how the game goes, he says, listen, I want total control over my kids' trademarks. Because I understand he doesn't want no one to take advantage of him. He doesn't, you know, all that good stuff that no one wants their kid to go through that you have gone through. So really it starts with Kanye kind of like going to war with Kim and posting his text messages and shit like that. So it all starts with this. So he says, this first screen, now this is Kanye, you know what I mean, in his emotions. So I'm gonna read exactly how it's written on the paper. So this screen grab shows that I'm not playing. It's their petition party for 2022 stipulations of infringement under state and federal participants. And he literally says that. I'm never speaking to you again. I asked you at the time if I can trademark her name. You said yes. When she's 18, it goes to her. So stop. I sent paperwork over and she wouldn't be in Diddy's song to protect her. One person has to trademark. He's telling the truth. We agreed when they were born, I would get all of our kids' names and trademarks, so no one else would take them. He said, amend it or I'm going to war. And neither of us will recover from the public fallout. You're going to have to kill me. So that's number one. This is what it's all about. Y'all gotta understand. This is all over a car. This is all over Playboy Carti dropping his album, right? And Kanye, because I mean, I can't even print out all of his crash outs. They're so crazy. But he's straight shitting on Carti, right? On Playboy Carti, straight shitting on him, right? Kanye is right now is crashing out. Like this was literally, I'm going on Twitter and I'm like, let me get some more snapshots. So I've been, oh shit. So I was like, let me finally go to Twitter and let me get some screenshots. So I go there and I'm like, this motherfucker is still crashing out. So this is, you know what I mean? This is 1 minute into it. Man, I don't got a timestamp here. So he says, I am evil now. Y'all didn't make me evil. This is my choice. He says, you know, I'm starting, this is the newest to the last. He said, I need everyone to know that I took the post about Jay-Z and Beyonce's family down and Jerry Laurel's family down because there was a possibility of my Twitter being canceled, not because I'm a good person. I took it down like Down syndrome. Get it? Am I right or am I right? When I said fuck every celebrity, I mean it. He says, now Jay-Z and Beyonce on the other end, fuck those KOON ass jiggers and their entire families. Like, I ain't you tripping. So here's So Kim got the name and likeness over my black children. So a white woman has control over the names and likeness of my black children. They're black and white though. You made them with her. They're not just. I mean, they're children of color, but their race is black and white. Just so you know, their race is black and white. And then speaks to Cardi about putting my daughter on a song with him. These dumbass celebrities be trying to play with me in my face. Yay, your ego, man. I can't believe you never let your ego. So let me say earlier, he goes to say, let me say it one more day. Earlier, not long ago, he said he'd been thinking about like at least once a week about committing suicide since his mom died. He said he still blames himself. He said the last 5 weeks, he hasn't really thought about that. Yo, that's scary, yo, for someone that like everyone looks up to say something like that. Because, I mean, I know you're going through a lot, yay, but there's a lot, your troubles are no bigger than anyone else's troubles. If your troubles are no bigger than someone that got cancer, the person that got cancer, and this sounds crazy to people. This might sound crazy to people. The person that got cancer and that's dying and that will die next week, his or her problems are no bigger than the problems of a person that lost their house today, or a person that this sounds crazy, that maybe couldn't find their keys and get into their house, or a person that like, fell and really hurt themselves. Everybody has their own problems and everybody absorbs them very, very differently, yo. And that's the beautiful thing about life that people understand. So Kanye can bitch all he wants. His problems ain't bigger than nobody else. Here's one right here. Fuck Jim Jones. If I'm lying, I'm dying, yo. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Fuck Jim Jones, yo. For real. That's funny, yo. He got like 500 something likes. What do you call it? He said, and Kanye said about the Jim Jones, he says, it's not even worth talking about. That it is like Jim Jones isn't even worth talking about. Why? Because I guess everyone's like, why fuck Jim Jones? Said it's not even worth it. So, you know what I mean? He's going crazy. He said, so he asked a question. He said, so Cassie ain't a store puff? Ooh. He said, how every jigger hit a girl before, but everybody's so mad at Puff. Oh, that's tough, guys. That's tough because you know what I mean? Come on. He said, rappers just like JEWS's as a whole, they be doing I don't know, they blocked it out. But there's a few I still with. I love Kodak, Rocky, and never do no blaggish shit. You know what I mean? I love Rocky. He said, Cassie came to Puff and said, give me 30 million or I'm going to release a tell-all book. That looks like extortion to me. Looks like extortion to me too. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? It looks like extortion to me too. So, let's see. So this whole beef is the whole thing over like, Cardi. And I'm not talking about Cardi B, guys. I'm talking about Playboy Cardi. Like the rapper, you know what I mean? So like Iggy releases something. She says, I say this with the kindness. As a mother, please leave my child out of this. At the end of the day, Jordan has other children, less famous. Doesn't matter. But it seems only my son gets harassed about, and on behalf of a man he has no relationship with. Does he read it? No. He's a child, but it creates a digital legacy and some odd, shitty situations for him. One day discover and adore from a stranger online. Can I please have some peace? Can my son have some peace? You know what I mean? He said, he said initially never smashed Iggy because of Cardi. Oh, and because of Rocky. Oh, and because of Pusha. And because of Tyga. Oh, and because of French. Oh, and y'all get the picture. He said, well, the initial, after everything was said, he came back and wrote some tweets later. I just didn't print it out and shit. He said he was trying to slut shame Iggy because she always messed with someone he know, and then she's always with somebody. So he said he tried to slut shame her. But he apologized to her then online. And then he goes into beefing with Top 5, which is a Toronto rapper that like Drake kind of fucks with. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm Top 5. They're texting each other. This is text. Like, you know what I mean? He's asking about me. Yay. That's disrespectful where I'm from the question who I am. I'm him. I'm in my through the wire phase. He's I crashed out for less. What do you think I'd do to a billionaire? Now, Kanye is going through a very emotional time, yo, because I think Kanye has done so much that he's not an artist no more. He is he is just a giant entity, a giant corporation. And I'm sure he wanted to be on an album with Cardi. And, he said, came in later and said, like, he helped Cardi, his career. He gave him his first chance, all this shit, blah, blah, blah. And I think he kind of did, you know what I mean? And he apologizes to Iggy, but he says, like, I'm sorry, that was some real Cardi ass shit to say. I'm talking about he's crashing out on everybody, yo, everybody. The only people he hasn't crashed out on is Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Everybody else he's crashing out on, though, yo. He said he hates Kendrick's music. I mean, he posted multiple times. He said he hates Kendrick's music. He posted this one picture of Drake in like these blue boots. And like just Drake was dressed very, 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 very weird. And I forget what he said. What he say? Well, he just had some clown shit to say. I mean, he's just I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not as rich as Kanye, yo. Kanye's just bored, yo. He's a billionaire. He don't got an album out. He don't got no clothes like that out. I mean, Kanye's just bored. And I think his feelings were really, really hurt over this whole situation. So, Kanye's just stuck in his feelings because of the whole Kim shit. And let's be real, yo. Kanye's still in love with Kim. Because I just can't see myself backtracking on all my exes and still putting so much emotional stress into a person that you're not even in a relationship with. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Kim's my age. Kanye's 2-3 years older than Kim. Maybe 4 years older than Kim. Kanye's pushing 50. And there's nothing wrong with being on the internet and with with saying how you feel. But there's a lot better ways to do it. The way you're doing it, Kanye, was the way like a 20-year-old do it, not a person pushing 50, yo. You could do the same thing by talking on the internet. First of all, you shouldn't be tweeting. You should be like a video, like, yo, this is how I feel. One video says a lot more than a whole bunch of empty ass tweets. Empty ass tweets are just empty words that people like me are gonna grab and make a fucking mountain out of the molehill, and I'm gonna run with it, and you know what I mean? I'm gonna try and get my views. So like Kanye's crash out was crazy. This is an epic crash out right here. This is epic, right? This is a Kanye, crash out before. This is a new Kanye crash out. Like, he's bored. Write an album, bro. Why aren't you in the studio? Let me be honest with you. Why aren't you in the studio? Yo, I understand, you're on your clothing design shit, but it ain't enough time, bro. If you got enough time to talk all that crybaby shit on the internet, then you got enough time to sit down in the studio and write an album, you know what I mean? And like, you're blessed, bro. Like, no matter what happens, shit. Kim's gonna do corny ass women shit to protect her children. And she's gonna think it's right because she's a woman. And you got to understand that nature. She did some fuck mother shit. Because that's motherhood right there. Mothers do a lot of fuck shit. And sometimes, if you're the father, you're going to get in the way and you're going to be ran over by that fuck shit. Just so a woman could feel like she's protecting her pups, yo. And that's really what it comes down to, Kanye. That's what Kim's doing. Kim doesn't think she thinks you're insane. She thinks you got super problems. So this is how she is protecting her children. You might see it crazy, but she's just protecting her children. You just gotta understand women's nature, yo. And a lot of times they're gonna do some weird ass shit, and they're gonna label it motherhood, and they say, "I'm protecting my children. Children come first." And you just gotta take that. You know what I mean? That's part of being a man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So, but yeah, Kanye, epic motherfucking crash out. I love it. I love it because this is because I started my crash out of the week. This is my crash out of the week and my episode. Like 2 birds with 1 stone, big dog. Like, let's get it, man. But yeah, I'm gonna keep tuning in. I'm gonna have to go right back to Twitter and see how long this crash out lasts, because I think he got some more juice in him. You know, he's saying fuck every celebrity. He's going in. You know what I mean? I want to see him say fuck me. like I want to talk. Pause. You know what I mean? But I want to see him be like, talk mad shit about himself. Oh, man. But, yo, I'm done with my beer, guys. It's been about 20 minutes, so I'm out of here, man. Y'all have a wonderful week. Hopefully we get some more Kanye crash outs this week. And, hopefully he don't, do nothing crazy to himself, yo, because, all of our important artists are crazy. They're batshit crazy as hell. But that's why we get this beautiful art from them. So, let's support them. Just be mindful. Motherfuckers is lonely, yo. Motherfuckers is sitting in these big ass houses, ain't got shit to do. They might be with their bitch. They might be with their little entourage that they roll with, and people don't understand. Like people that got money, their lives are boring. Especially like super famous people like that. Like you can't just go outside. Like if you're a millionaire, billionaire, and nobody knows who you are, you're outside every day. You're in fucking jumping. You're outside. No one knows who you are. No one cares. Kanye can't go nowhere. Kanye can't go nowhere. Drake can't go nowhere. See, these motherfuckers be in the house bored as shit, yo. What else is there to do but crash out on the internet? So I love you guys, yo. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, look me up on social media. Sub to my fucking YouTube channel. And, man, show me love, yo. Share my page, share my social media, and definitely check out Thirsty Words on Instagram. That's my meme page, yo. That shit is funny. I do that for all my people I went to high school with, yo. They love that shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's just memes galore. It ain't me talking or nothing. It's just memes galore. So check that out, yo. But guys, I love you, and I'll see you next week, yo. Peace.